Thought our guys came out tonight a little sluggish defensively. Um, they just couldn't. We couldn't get any stops. We played some good basketball. Offensively in the first half, I thought our guys stepped it up a little bit in the second half. We made some key plays, some key stops. Anytime, I mean, they shot 5 for 10 in the second half from threes. We didn't want that to happen. They were 1 for 7 in the first half, so ended up 6 for 17, but they shot a lot of them. We really got to the line in the second half, which we needed to do. We didn't do that in the first half. We only got there 3 times. So we improved tonight. We're continuing to take one step forward and really happy for the guys. I thought we got some key play. I thought Dane Kuiper was tremendous defensively. I thought he was outstanding on Jalen Moore, who I think is one of the better players in the league. I thought he was tremendous. I thought Dane played an all-around great game. He missed a couple threes, but played a terrific defensive game, and I got to give him a lot of credit. I thought we got good minutes from Jordan Hunter, made some free throws, had some assists, didn't turn the ball over, and Jalen played his usual self, but Joe continues to play well, and Damian Jefferson's he's a lightning rod for us offensively, and just really happy for our guys.
Speaking of the freshman, Jalen Harris, too, he played a little more aggressively to begin with, went to the rack.
Yeah, that's one reason why we put him in the lineup to play a little bit faster, but Jordan Hunter's playing really well. Jordan Hunter's playing at a faster pace now, more motor. So competition breeds guys stepping their game up, and they've done that. I'm just really happy for our kids where they were 10 days ago, the adversity they went through, and now they've won 4 in a row. Really happy for them. They've done a really good job. Proud of them.
He hasn't really been that third scorer that you've been looking for, but Harris started 3 for 3. Mm-hmm. Was there any thought of giving him some shots late? He didn't take any shots in the second half.
Well, I didn't really play him late in the second half because Jordan Hunter was doing such a good job on McEwen. I mean, he was playing really good defense on Kobe. He was keeping him in front of him. Jalen played good, but it's just you kind of go with the hot hand. I thought Jordan was doing a great job handling the team. I thought Elijah got going, and Jordan was doing such a great job guarding Kobe that, Jalen kind of got jinced on some minutes there late.
Coach, can you talk about Conor McDougall and his return?
It's good for us. Yeah, it's good for us. Conor's, we think he's going to have a bright future. I think he's, we recruited him to be a big integral part of this team. I thought he showed that tonight. I thought he was physical. I think he was a lot more physical than he's been all year. He got his chin to the rim, and what I mean, getting the ball to the basket, getting fouled. He wasn't passive, wasn't afraid to get hit, and then he makes free throws. He's a good shooter. I'm really happy for him, because I didn't know if we could get him back in the rotation because we were playing so well and Joe was playing well, but we were able to play both of them. And that's coach's decision.
Okay.
I mean, it's just I'm going to play the guys that are going to play.
Right.
And that's coach's decision.
With McDougall being back, we've talked about Williams not playing as many minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good about 4-minute break there. Was that just because McDougall was back, or were you?
Well, I think it's because Conor was back, but we were able to play different lineups. But we got to watch his minutes. I got to watch. I'm concerned about his minutes, but when he got his third foul, I wanted to get him out because I wanted to protect him for down the stretch, and then he was able to get some rest.
And then with that first Stinger McDougall lineup, do you have concerns there? What are you looking for from those two?
Screen. No, they both can score the ball. I'm just they're good screeners. They're active around the basket. They can offensive rebound and get us extra possessions. Those guys know the offense. I think Conor's getting better, so we'll continue to work with that. And, I like those guys in the game because they play hard.
Coach, when you talk about Damian Jefferson, he kind of gives you that energy, that extra bring, like just give you some straight energy off the bench. You feel like that?
He's fearless. So, I don't have to worry about him trying to take a shot or make a play. I think he's active defensively. He can rebound. He's quick off the floor. His future's bright, and we're going to continue to play him more minutes. But I would have liked to get him a little bit more minutes, but Elijah got it going there in the second half, so I kind of rode that. And then I got him back in there in the 4-minute. But, they went big there, and I had Damian in the game, and we went small. I made a free throw substitution.
You always talk about the importance of the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight you were 17 for 17. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think we've worked on it the last few days. We've had a little competition between the gray team and the red team. and they know that they're better shooters than 60% from our last game. So I think they're really focused. I like our guys' mentality, their mindset, how they're approaching things every day. So that's been good.
This was the most efficient game I've seen from Brown all year. What did you see tonight in the last game? It's been the difference for him all year.
I just think his poise, and he's playing with a calmness. I don't think he's trying to force the issue. I mean, he had maybe one bad play, but he's going to have some of those. But he's been real efficient, and he's letting the game come to him. He's not forcing it like he has before. He's using screens, and I think experience and maturity. And I just think he's been all that. I mean, since conference season started, he's been the player that we knew he was going to be. And I kind of knew it was going to happen. We just had to be patient.
Is this the consistent standard you expect for him?
I expect him to be great every night. That's not fair. It's not fair. But, that's what you have to expect from great players. My expectations have to be that so he can strive to be that. But he puts enough pressure and enough work in that he wants to be that great player. So I really don't have to. But my standards are high for him. My standards are high for a lot of our guys, but his are probably a little higher.
First game when you guys are up, do you remind the players about Nevada to finish that game out?
No, I don't want to remind them of that. I just want to remind them on what we're trying to do and try to execute and, get the ball to the right people and make free throws, and I think they did that tonight. Now, was it in the back of my mind? Yeah, but I didn't want to remind them.
You mentioned the pressure Elijah puts on himself. After that game in Logan on January 4th, 15 minutes, which is a career low, UNM low for him, he knew he had to keep himself on the floor, and I think he's made some comments about that. I needed to help my team out more. Did you guys talk at all about the need for him to just stay out of foul trouble, to stay on the floor?
As a coach, there's things you don't need to talk about with players that have been around your program, and a player like that. I think you guys know how much he cares after he stays after and shoots free throws for 2 hours after the Nevada game. So I don't have to explain that stuff to him because he's a basketball kid. Some guys I do, but he gets it. I mean, he knows when he makes mistakes, and, he gets frustrated. But he's been a lot calmer. He's had a lot of poise. He's been very patient, and he's playing terrific.
There was a moment early in the game they post double Tim, which happens every game, but they did it leaving Jalen Harris open, and made a comment after the first game that they didn't think the point guard could shoot, and that's why they were doubling off the point guard spot that first game. Jordan wasn't available that game, obviously, but Jalen scores 7 early points and hits an open 3. They stopped doing that. Did you guys talk to Jalen at all after that first game? And pretty big shot for him to hit.
I'm just telling my guys, hey, improve every game. I want you to go and play. I need ball movement, player movement. Be confident, be aggressive. And I'm just saying, play. You know what your shot is. You know what our offense is. We run our offense, and I just tell them execute to get our shot. And Jalen Harris shooting a 15, 16-foot jump shot open or a three-point jump shot wide open, I have no problem with that.
When he hit that, though, I mean, you knew what
Yeah,
after the first game, so that was a pretty big moment, I would think.
Yeah, I think it was big for him too. So I think, I think the more you talk about guys got to make plays and do that, and they're not guarding you, and I think that puts added pressure on kids. I'm just trying to get them to play loose and confident, and I think they're doing that.
Did you do anything to adjust on the offensive rebounds? They had 5 in the first 6 minutes, and then
they had 3 on the first possession. So after the 8-minute mark, I told them, I said, guys, you did a great job. You haven't given them an offensive rebound for the last 8 minutes. And, some of them remind me they got 3 in the first one. I go, well, that was on you. But our guys did a good job. They're doing everything we're asking them to do. I mean, we're concentrating. We're trying to concentrate on, offense off turnovers, giving them points off turnovers. We're getting better at that. Even though we had 10, that's still below our mark. Second chance points, they had 6. That's been 19 or 20 before. So everything that we've been working on, besides the second half where they shot a lot of threes and they made some late and they're 1 for 7, our guys are really working at it. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that they understand it. They're being coachable, and they're getting better, and they're making one step at a time, and they're doing a nice job.
Coach,
You mentioned the three-point shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They came in as the best three-point shooting team in the conference, and you did a really pretty good job shutting that down. What did you guys do?
Well, I think we've been just working on urgency to the catch. I think we've been really working on our hands, getting deflections, getting high hands, contesting all shots, and I think our guys have made it a habit. I think we've been working on it. You know, we're getting some guys back in transition. We're sprinting back, so we're doing better. We're improving on that.
So do you think this was defensive effort or poor shooting or kind of a combination?
Well, I think it's a defensive effort. I think it's hard to play here. I think we've faced the two teams that have a lot of three-point shooters, and I thought we've withstood that. So I'm proud of I'm proud of the fact that they're making advancement on how they're doing defensively. But you got to also understand, and Jeff's brought this up before, but if you go back to our last 4 games that we won, I bet you we're playing 5% zone where we were playing 30 or 40% zone, and I think it has a big deal to do with it.
Shooting 50% is clearly great. 74 points, only 2 in fast break. What did you see from half-court execution?
I thought we were really slow in transition. I did. I thought we were really. I didn't. That I told him before the game that was one of our strengths, that we're really good in transition. We just couldn't get going. It seemed like we couldn't get going. I liked our half-court execution. I thought our guys were screening. I thought we got the shots we wanted. I would have liked a little better pace in the sense that I would have liked to get more stops. We had 6 or 7 stops in a row in the second half, and we couldn't get going, but we were able to run offense and get Elijah shots, get Tim Williams on the block, so we were able to get some things. But we're pretty good when we get out in transition.
How much of that was that? How much of that was them getting back and you guys just not?
I think they got back. I think they know that we're pretty good in transition. I think a lot of teams are finding out we're pretty good in transition. One thing they found out that our other kids like Jalen Harris, Dane Kuiper, Damon Jefferson, they're really good in transition. Now Elijah Brown and Tim Williams are proven half-court players. These guys, the younger guys, aren't proven half-court players yet. So, and Jordan's not a proven half-court player yet, but he's getting there, and our guys are making strides.
Anything else?
What do you want to do about Nevada?
That'll probably be the easiest since we're leaving.
They play Wednesday night, though. Okay, let's do Nevada because we're leaving Thursday. You hang on. Okay.
Thank you.
Take 6. Nevada. We're really excited for the opportunity and the challenge. Our guys have done a great job putting us in a good place. It'll be a heck of a test. We've played them before. They got a great team. They're playing real well right now. They're playing well at home. So I think our guys will be excited. We'll take some time out. Tomorrow we'll take the day off. We'll start preparing on Thursday, and then we'll get ready for a tough Nevada team that's tough at home. But I think our guys are excited.
Considering what happened here, the motivation, I'm sure, will be there in the back of their head because it's just human nature. Would you agree?
Human nature, yes.
Yeah, highly motivated.
Highly motivated.
Okay.
Highly motivated and really excited about the opportunity. So I think they're excited about it. I'm excited about it. It'll be a great game for our conference. It'll be a great challenge for us to see if we've made some strides. So I think our guys are excited about that.
You guys will have first place on the line, regardless of what happens tomorrow night. You guys will be at least within the half game because you played more games, I know. So Saturday has a chance to be kind of a mid-season point for first place in this conference. Is at the turn, 9 games in. Do you think you'd be playing for first?
Jeff, I think you always want to be playing for first all the time. I think when you have adversity hit you, you're either gonna go the other way or it's gonna make you stronger. And I think it's made our group stronger. I think we've weathered the storm. And I mean, I can always go back and go, what if I did this? What if I did that? What if we won these? You can't do that. You got to go forward. So I'm trying to keep my guys really, really focused on the task. I mean, it's one game at a time, but this is a big game for us. So to be playing this game on Saturday, it's a good thing for our kids. That means they've handled some adversity and they've played really well. I mean, to win 2 games on the road and get a 4-game streak, and you got to give them a lot of credit.
Win 2 on the road, 2 at home. I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to write about now. You guys can win at both places now.
I'm sure you'll find something. That's okay though. I'm with you.
Going into the last Nevada game, you were talking about Oliver, and I believe the player is Mathis.
Now Caroline.
After Caroline's performance, how does that change, and what are you thinking going in?
Well, I think we got to look at some matchups. I think we got to look at some different things defensively. He had an unbelievable night. You got to give him credit. So they're a tough team. They're very talented. They can score the ball. We're just going to have to play really good defense, and I think we're capable.
And off the top of my head, in the last shot that he had in overtime, Williams was matched up on him. Is that one of those matchups that you might want to reconsider?
Well, there's some things we'll look at. I don't think that was one that we would have changed at that time. He made a tough shot, and we're going to learn from our mistakes, hopefully.
What do you think you might do differently as far as without giving away your strategy and getting the second time around on them? You guys got up so
Handle the
big.
press, guard the 3-point line, and make free throws. So, I mean, yeah, our guys have really improved on that. We've done a better job. I was able to put 2-point guards in the game in this game and finish the game. We've made free throws lately. We've got the right guy of the ball. We've got the right guys the ball. So I think we're able to handle that better, and I think they've grown. So, we're going to have to guard them, and if we can do that, we'll have a really good chance.
And it seems like you guys have also grown with more pieces to be able to contribute to the game.
We do have more pieces. We have some more offensive firepower. I think our guys with confidence. I think with McDougall back and Joe playing the way he is, I mean, we got some guys that are playing at a pretty high level. I thought Conor was really good today, and I think he can give people problems. Like Jeff was, he keeps asking me if he's going to keep, and I think he's getting there.
On the Conor front, that tied, his high here, 10 points, and he did it right
Excuse me.
away. 3-point play, 15 seconds on the court.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I kind of asked about Jalen, but when that goes in, you as a coach, I know you want every basket to go and all that kind of stuff, but for a guy like Conor who hasn't been playing and kind of hadn't been getting going even when he was healthy, was that a good?
It was
sign?
big because I didn't know if I was going to play him at all. Because when you've won 3 in a row, you don't know if you're going to give him minutes. But then O gets some foul trouble and Joe gets some fouls, and then I can throw him in there. But I worked him out yesterday. I worked him out for 30 minutes, just Conor and I, trying to get him ready. What I thought he had to get ready on, and you got to give the kid credit. He was ready to play, and he wants to play. I mean, I've got 2 kids on my roster that, I got a commitment from Kuiper almost after his 8th grade year. And then I get McDougall on the rebound just because we didn't badmouth him or say anything wrong when he went to Arizona State. We understood it, and we got him, and he loves it here, and we love it that he's here. I think he's going to be terrific for us.
When you were talking about him being more aggressive,
I think more aggressive in the sense, Van, in that if you watch bigs, and you guys have watched a lot of bigs that have been really good players here, like Tim Williams, he always gets his chin to the rim. And what I mean is always slanted to the rim instead of Conor was going a little bit backwards because it's a different pace. To be honest with you, if you look at his career profile, he hasn't played Division I basketball. He played less than 5-6 games at Arizona State. I bet he's less than 40 minutes. So he really hasn't played a lot of Division I basketball. Now, he's played junior college basketball where he's an All-American, but it's a little bit different. And I think he wants to be so good and he wants to contribute to a team and be a part of it that sometimes kids – they try really, really hard, and I think he was relaxed tonight. I mean, you got to give him credit because he really helped us tonight, and he can really make free throws, and he can shoot jump shots, so he's going to get better.
Do you think him sitting on the bench for 4 or 5 games, whatever it was, helped contribute to that? Just let him step back and watch the game?
Yeah, I do, because I think he sees what we were trying to do and how we were winning and how we were executing. I think he sees that because he's a smart kid.
Long-term, big picture, strength of the league. It'd be nice if we could climb back into first place and win the regular season, but postseason play, NCAA tournament, do you think the Mountain West is strong enough to get 2 teams in? Or we have from somebody, only one in wins the
I don't know that. I can't. All I'm trying to do is win one game at a time and try to win as many as I can and let them make the decision after.
what has the ride been like this year, man?
What's the ride been like?
Yeah, what's it been like?
It's been one of change, and it's been like on a roller coaster, you know, and it's been a lot of fun because these kids are great. I mean, they're doing everything that they can do, and they're fun to be around. I mean, and it's been a learning experience from all of us, and it's been ups and downs, but a lot of more ups, and they're a lot of fun to be around.
In that Nevada second half, Tim had a great performance, and I believe Jalen and Damian both had 10 points in that game. And I know you said
105, 104. There's going to be some
there's
points.
going to be lots of points, but I know you said you want to look at matchups. What are you thinking offensively in that game?
We're just going to do what we do. I mean, we're going to play the way we play, and we've been doing it for 10 years. And I don't think I've changed the offense. I've taken a little bit. We're not running as much as we have in the past, but we just do what we do and try to stop it. If you do, great. If you don't, but we're going to do the same thing we've always done. Tim Williams is going to get a lot of touches. Elijah Brown's going to get a lot of touches, and we're going to hopefully find 3 or 4 guys that'll contribute. And we've done that lately. Is that fair?
You tell me.
I think it is, but we're going to do what we do.
And with McDougall being back, is that 4-guard lineup going to be on the shelf for the most part?
No. I think it's matchups. I think it's what we want to do defensively, if we want to do some things different defensively. So I don't think it's on the shelf. I just think it's going to be time, situation, who you play.
Anything else?
Thanks, y'all.